What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news, and we have another very solid video. Well, at least in my opinion. I'll let you guys be the judge. And once again, the main news in this video is from Jordan Brand. A lot of first looks, release dates, as well as 2020 info. But before I give you some of the highlights in this video, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to hit the red button below. Now, as for some of the highlights in this video, we have a first look at the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Chinese New Year, as well as details on the Air Jordan 11 Low IE Black Cement. We also have info on the upcoming Air Jordan 7 Neutral Gray, photos of the Air Jordan 7 Oregon Ducks PE, and there's a lot more from Jordan Brand. We have a good amount of news from Nike, one thing from Adidas, and one thing from Reebok. And now, without wasting too much more of your time, let's jump into the news. Reebok has announced the new Question Mid Heart Over Hype, which celebrates those who follow Allen Iverson's footsteps by prioritizing energy, passion, and determination over flash. The new sneakers were introduced with a film starring Josh Richardson, who is currently in his first season with Philadelphia, as he shares the culture of his new team city, one that reflects those same values of grit, substance, and hard work embodied by Allen Iverson. As you can see, it comes in a red and black colorway. We have red leather throughout, mesh on the tongue, and then on the toe is black, which appears to feature patent leather. This pair is also part of the Heart of Hustle series, so you can expect additional Question Mids and possibly other models released, and each will highlight aspects of Iverson's life. For those that are interested in purchasing this pair, they drop on December 23rd at Reebok.com, Foot Locker, Kids Foot Locker, Champs, Foot Action, and Eastbay. Retail price will be $150. A few images finally leaked of the Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Desert Sage. Prior to this, we had a mock-up, and what's releasing compared to the mock-up, in my opinion, is quite different. Utilizing sage green across the prime knit upper, orange covers the liner, and then we have olive used on the laces. Completing the look is a Boost midsole, and it's said that this pair will feature a gum rubber outsole. And to be honest, from this angle and the quality of this image, we really can't tell. But I'm sure in the next several days, we'll have additional photos, including a detailed look. Now, onto the release details, we don't have much, but they are expected to release during spring 2020, and the retail price will be $220. As most of you know, 2020 will celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Nike Air Max 90. Nike will be celebrating by bringing back the Air Max 90 in true OG form. Now, we've already previewed a handful of colorways, one of them being the infrared, and now we have a look at the Chlorophyll edition. They come dressed in white, chlorophyll, and black, and the color theme resembles that of the Air Trainer 1. As well, that color theme was applied to the Air Jordan 3 back in 2018. Utilizing white mesh on the upper, while gray suede and black leather lands on the overlays. Finishing the look is green, which lands on the bottom eyelet, tongue label, Air Max branding, and around the Air Max unit. Now, for this pair, we don't have a specific release date. However, they are expected to release during the early part of 2020, possibly January or February, and the retail price will be $140. Official images as well as additional information for the Nike LeBron 17 More Than an Athlete has arrived. Now, first up, this release is in connection with Uninterrupted, just like the Air Force One that dropped a few months ago, I believe. And this pair comes in Game Royal black and white. Now, up top, we have a shroud that can be removed, and you can see more Uninterrupted branding. They also come with a blue shroud, so you can interchange them, and they come with two sets of pins, one in blue and one in black. So just like the Air Force One, the LeBron 17 More Than an Athlete will allow you to customize them, make them unique by writing your own message. As for a release date, this pair drops on Christmas Day, December 25th, and the retail price will be $200. We also have a first look at the RSVP Gallery Nike Air Force One High. Now, I have a little bit more information that I'll say towards the end of the segment, which you will be hearing first here. But going over the shoes, they feature a white smooth leather across the upper, while bright green lands on the swoosh, RSVP branding on the tongue and heel. In addition, we have hidden branding on the heel, which is translucent. Lastly, the midsole and outsole will glow in the dark. Now, as far as a specific release date for this pair, one is not available. However, they will drop in 2020. Now, for this little bit of exclusive info, I do know that RSVP Gallery has another Nike Air Force 1 High releasing. That pair will be for All-Star Weekend. I assume it's going to release during All-Star Weekend, but if not, then February close to it. Also, that pair will be dressed in university blue, and I believe the retail price will be $200. I'm not 100% positive on that. It might be $250. So I assume that this pair will be around the same price. Throughout the week, I'm going to share more Air Jordan 1 mid releases as well as the Air Jordan 1 low. But first up, we have a look at the Air Jordan 1 mid, which comes in a Chicago and black toe like theme. Taking a closer look, this pair features white on the panels, tongue and midsole, while red takes over the overlays and lands on the tongue labels. In addition, we have black on the ankle, laces, wings logo, and swoosh, while black also lands on the rubber outsole and across the toe, which gives them the black toe theme. Now, as for a release date, there isn't one available. More than likely, there won't be. Whenever retailers get them, they'll throw them on the shelves. You guys know the deal. However, January or even February seems very possible for this pair to start releasing, and the retail price will be $110. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, and I'm sure a lot of you can agree, if this was an Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG or even an Air Jordan 1 High 85, everybody would want this shoe. But because it's a mid, I'm sure a good amount of people will skip over it. However, I truly believe that this is one of the better Air Jordan 1 mid releases that we've seen. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. In the last video, maybe it was the one before that, I spoke on the lack of January 2020 releases. And I know we still have a few weeks until January is here, so you can expect more leaks and additional info to come. But here is one of our first new leaks, and this is the Air Jordan 3 GS Barely Grape. Dressed in Barely Grape, Hyper Crimson, and Fire Pink. As most of you know by the name, this is a grade school exclusive, but looking closer, they feature white leather across the upper, while elephant print and pink wraps the toe and heel. Pink also lands across the eye stay, ankle, and on the outsole, while crimson detailing completes the look. For anybody that's interested in buying this pair, they drop on January 4th, and the retail price will be $140. Throughout this video, there will be a good amount of Jordan Brand 2020 leaks, as well as release dates and first looks. So we've already gone over two of them, and the next one is the Air Jordan 7 Neutral Gray. Now, first up, this is a Photoshop. Images have yet to leak of the shoe, so there's a possibility that this release could look like this or something totally different. However, what we do know is that they come dressed in neutral gray and summit white. And just from the Photoshop, I kind of get this Air Jordan 7 Pure Platinum feel. That pair released back in 2017. I'll be honest, I wasn't a fan of that pair. Definitely not going to be a fan of this. Even if they look different, I'm just not feeling these two simple shades mashed together. But that's just me. Other people may like it, but I shouldn't pass judgment until I actually see a first look. Anyways, we don't have a set release date for this shoe. More than likely, this is a spring or summer 2020 release, and currently a retail price is unknown. However, you can expect it to be either $190 or $200. In 2020, most of you know that the Air Jordan 5 Oregon Ducks will release. Now we have another pair for the University of Oregon. This time, the shoe won't be releasing, and it's the Air Jordan 7. This is a PE and exclusive to the school. And going over this pair, they feature yellow across the upper, while green is applied to the Jumpman on the ankle, part of the midsole, laces, and tongue. Speaking of the tongue, we have UO branding on it, and then on the heel we have the traditional O. The look is completed with white on the midsole, while green, yellow, black, and white run across the rubber outsole. Like I mentioned, this pair is not releasing. However, they are limited to 400 pairs. Now, on the inside of the tongue, it's numbered. So, for example, this pair is 23 out of 400. So leave a comment below, let me know if you would pick up the Air Jordan 7 Oregon Ducks if they released. I have another exclusive for you guys, and it's the release date for the Air Jordan 14 Hyper Royal. Big thanks to zsneakerheadz for putting this mock-up together. Now, the release could look like this or something different. Images have yet to leak. I haven't got a chance to see them yet as well, but this pair will release in white, Hyper Royal, and black. So pretty much like your candy cane Air Jordan 14 or white and red Air Jordan 14, but we have blue. Now, I'm sure most of you know this. If you don't, I'm going to repeat it one more time. The Air Jordan 14 is my favorite model, so in my eyes, they can't do any wrong, with the exception of the Supreme collaboration. So disappointed with that. I'm not even a fan of Supreme. And to be honest, I've almost bought both of the colorways several times just because I feel like I need to have every Air Jordan 14 that releases. And I'm glad I haven't bought them yet because I'm now trying to get the Air Jordan 14 Dorenbecker. So hopefully on StockX, the price will come down. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, back to the news. This pair will release on September 9th. Retail price will be either $190, which was originally stated, or $200, because as you guys know, a lot of releases, I believe in 2020, will be bumped up $10, including the standard retros and not just the Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG. Just as a reminder, September 9th is quite a ways away, so it's very possible that the release could be pushed forward or back, but if it does changes, I will make sure to let you guys know. We now have a detailed look at the Air Jordan New Beginnings pack, which features the Nike Air Ship and the Air Jordan 1 High 85. Now, as far as new information for the pack, there isn't any. However, I did want to showcase them once again because we now have additional images, and these images are very clean. The Air Jordan 1 High 85, that color theme is actually an original sample that was worn by Michael Jordan briefly. As for the Nike Air Ship, that colorway was also worn by Michael Jordan, and the model is actually the one that was banned by the NBA. Jordan Brand and Nike ran with the Air Jordan 1, which helped promote the shoe. As for a release date, this pack is expected to release during February 2020. There's rumors going around that this pack will launch during All-Star Weekend, although that has not been confirmed, and retail price will be $350. And this question has been asked a lot, but people want to know if you can buy each shoe individually and not as a pack. And the answer to that is no. The only way you'll be able to get individually is if you buy at resale and somebody decides to split the pack up. But at that point, I don't think it'd be worth it, because more than likely the Air Jordan 1 High 85 will resell more than $350, so you might as well get the Nike Air Ship with them as well. And that's not to discredit the Nike Air Ship, because I actually like that shoe a lot, but I'm seeing a lot of people, they just want the Air Jordan 1. A model that only a select few like, at least it seems that way. I personally am a fan of the shoe, and it's the Air Jordan 11 Low IE. I actually like the 11 Low IE more than the Air Jordan 11 Low. But for 2020, we do have new release info for an upcoming launch, and this pair is known as Black Cement, and it takes the theme from the Air Jordan 3. Now, this is a Photoshop done by zsneakerheadz, so the release could look like this or something totally different. However, if it's going to feature a Black Cement Air Jordan 3 theme, I think this, what we see, is perfectly executed. Now, the rumor is that they'll feature black across the base, elephant print on the overlays, and then we'll have red detailing on the branding, a white midsole, and translucent outsole. So again, we're going to have to wait and see what this pair will actually look like. And since they're expected to release during summer 2020, more than likely we won't get a first look until March or even April. Retail price will be $170. Now, on that retail price, that's not confirmed. It's possible that the retail price on this pair could go up. Jordan Brand will release their annual Chinese New Year collection during the early part of 2020. So far, we've previewed the Air Jordan 13, and now we have a look at the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Chinese New Year. This pair comes highlighted with Chinese graphics on the toe and side panels, which includes an embroidered rose on the medial swoosh and on top of the toe box of the right shoe. Pink is also used, and that lands on the tongue, as well as the lower part of the lateral eye stay and lace tips. Nike Air branding is seen on the tongue labels, and then on the heels we have black and white wings logos. At the time of shooting this video, a specific release date or retail price is not available, but they are expected to release during February 2020. And that recaps the news. Like always, we post it first on SneakerFiles.com, and then we take it to YouTube. Like always, I appreciate you guys watching, and just as a heads up, tomorrow, or I should say today, I'm shooting it the day before, there is going to be a ton of Air Jordan 2020 release info leaked. Now, for those that don't know, zsneakerheadz, you may know him for being on Instagram. He leaks a lot of info. He actually has a YouTube channel as well, and he's going to drop a bunch of info. After he drops that info in the next week, maybe 2 weeks, we're going to announce all the release dates for each. So currently there's time frames for a good amount of them, but we also have specific dates. So be on the lookout for his video as well. Either Thursday or Friday, we'll talk about it more on this channel. Now, before I get out of here, greatly appreciate a thumbs up if you haven't done so already. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below. Also, make sure to leave a comment. Let me know from this video what you liked or what you disliked. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.